games. Whoop, let's go. Hursty games, and this how we do. Now it's time we team up.
Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome back to the QPR Career Mode. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this series. We're now 20 plus episodes into this and hopefully you guys are having fun watching. Today, as I said in the last one, we're going to be playing a total of 4 matches today, finishing off the month of December, so that in the next episode we are getting into January. So we're going to be playing against West Ham, Fulham, Stoke, all of those on Legendary, and then Arsenal. Arsenal are going to play an Ultimate. Now, there was some talk in the comment section previously about the fact that I probably need to play all the games on Ultimate because I'm well ahead of where we should be. We're in 8th place currently, and you know we're looking at being like literally 2 points off of the top 5, which granted is unrealistic. However, there's a couple of things I'm thinking about. A, we could be the Sheffield United of this season and, you know, overachieve and perform much better than is probably anticipated. B, we're doing a bit of a Leicester, a team that maybe shouldn't be finishing as high as they are looking to finish as high as they are. There is that. But C, the final thing is, I know that I'm probably playing a little bit too good for Legendary, but I am nowhere near good enough for Ultimate. Like, I am just not. I've been trying to play some games on Ultimate off of the recording and stuff and off of streams. I'm just not good enough. Like, I'm just not. I'm well aware of that fact. So if I play it on Ultimate, I am just going to lose every single game by like a large amount of goals. So my thought process is I will play a couple of games on Ultimate against the top teams in like historically or like in regards to the ratings of their players in FIFA, and the other games I'm going to stick to Legendary just because I'm not good enough at Ultimate, and I'm just being honest. But our next game is going to be up against West Ham. I also want to say apologies if I'm a little bit quiet. As per usual with my QPR Career Mode, I'm behind on recording, so it's quite late right now. I've got to be careful because everyone's in bed and I don't want to wake anyone up, so I'm just being conscious of volume. So I'm going to set the team up nice and ready, and then we're going to get into the next game. Okay, so a couple of changes from our strongest side. Zimmerman is back in for Kane, who played in the last game, and Bright Asar Samuel is back in for Lyndon Gooch. Dominic Ball comes in for Bakuna because basically all 3 of those players were quite tired that they've replaced. I would have liked to have taken Sheriff, but Gilmore's not overly fit, and same with Brereton, but Brereton's pretty important, and I don't think Paul Smith is quite up to starting for us in every game just yet. First game of what is going to be an action-packed filled episode with 4 games total, and it's away to West Ham. Going to be a really tough game. London Stadium is a really nice stadium, one I've never been to in real life. Only thing about it is the running track around the edge of the game, the pitch. Not my favourite thing, but regardless of the stadium, I'd love to visit at some point. But now we're going to focus on getting 3 points today against West Ham. Chair picks the ball up nice and early here. We get it across to Eze. Lovely run here from Brereton. Really early start. Oh, and we should have done so much better there. Roberto with a very good save. We should have gone 1-0 up. I kicked the ball straight at him though, instead of aiming at the corner. I did try and finesse it into the far post, but it wasn't to be. We get the corner in there. Good header from Deng, but it's cleared off the line. Bright on the edge of the box, and it's cleared again. Eze, we see a great run here from Brereton. It's a fantastic ball. It's a good first touch to take it past Upamecano. Surely he's going to get booked for that foul there. Ben Brereton, again, it's straight at Roberto. I wanted it across that far post, but again, a wasted chance. Right on the stroke of half-time here, and West Ham look to finish with the final chance of the game. They try and get the ball in there. Zimmerman up to it well. Can we maybe counter? I don't think we've quite got enough time. We don't, and that is half-time. We've been the much better side by far. They're yet to have a shot. We have played really well. 2 really good chances from Brereton that he just wasn't clinical enough with, and hit both chances straight at the keeper. Real shame, but hopefully second half we can improve on that. Only the one change at half-time, and that is Billy Gilmore coming on for Ilias Chair. Chair has played really well, but was really tired. So I'm going to bring on Gilmore. He's had some great impact in real life recently for Chelsea. Hopefully he can have a good impact for us here in the career mode. Let's find out. Good start for the second half here for West Ham. They get the ball out to Felipe Anderson. Kelly strong to it. No way. That is their first chance, and Zobnin has managed to find the back of the net. Absolutely gutted. Really against the run of play. Very undeserved. But Zoblin's got the goal, and I guess the main thing is they found the back of the net. I pulled Kelly out. Kelly got the initial save there to stop Felipe Anderson from doing anything, but that goes into the back of the net. It's a real shame, man. Absolute waste of a fantastic form in first half. And we go 1-0 down. We get the ball here with Manning. Eze makes a good little run forward here. Brereton gets in behind the defence. Brereton's going to cut back. Can we get it? Oh, I want it across to Gilmore, but Eze does get there. And Eze finds the back of the net. A very lucky, one... What's the word I'm looking for? A very lucky 1-2. 1-2 is what I was looking for. I was going to say 1-1. I was like, no, it's 2-2. Didn't sound right. Very lucky 1-2 between the two of them there. And Eze just gets there ahead of the defender and finds the back of the net. Probably our worst shot of the game, but it's the one that went in. Well done, Eze. 1-1. Back in it. A little bit of time left. Right at the end of the game, Eze plays a ball over to Brereton. This is going to be the last chance. That's, of course, Smith, not Brereton, because Smith has come on for Ben Brereton. Eze gets it back to Gilmore. Gilmore, have a go. What a save from Roberto. What a fantastic save. We get a corner for the final chance of the game. We're going to play it short. We get it to Gilmore. Gilmore, mate. Oh, he's knocked it off the pitch as he was knocked there. That's a real shame. But we end up with a 1-1. I'll take the point. However, in the first half, we 100% deserved the 3 points. We should have been more clinical with our chances. Brereton with two real sitters that he didn't put away. Roberto making some good saves, but they literally scored, I think, with their only shot on target. So that's a real shame. And honestly, 2 points dropped there in that situation. But West Ham scored when they needed to score, and at least it's a point. Okay, now into what is probably the most important game out of these four, and that is the local derby. The big game of West London, for us at least, is QPR against Fulham. Going to be a very tough game. I'm playing our absolute strongest 11 because this is the most important game to me personally. Playing it on Legendary, and you know what? I'm optimistic. I genuinely think we're going to go out. I've got high hopes that Brereton and or Eze are going to score. Okay, at the Kian Prince Foundation Stadium, our first home game of the episode. Might actually be our only home game of the episode. Obviously, the first game was away. I think the other two might be away as well, but this is a big game. Anyone who doesn't know about why this is a big game, it's a local derby. Two teams that in real life are currently in the Championship, and obviously in this career mode are both in the Premiership. Both very close to each other in regards to stadiums. And yeah, hopefully at home we can pick up a massive 3 points, because this would also really give Fulham a hard time staying up in the league, because they are right down there at the moment in this career mode. So hopefully we can get a big 3 points, and it helps us keep our push to stay in the top 10. Let's go, boys. Brian on the edge of the box here, trying to find a way in. They get it to Mitrovic. Is not where we want it, and Brian finds the back of the net. A real sloppy bit of defence from us there, and they just ticky-tacked their way through. Really nice play. I can't take that away from them. They scored a very nice goal there, and Brian, you can see, started the play off there, played it inside nicely. Really nice little play there. Kelly shouldn't be getting beat at his close post like that, but it's Brian's first goal in the Prem, and it's really not the way we wanted to start this derby. Lovely through ball there. They get it to Ayite, is how I'm going to say that. Probably saying that wrong, but well done. Zimmerman gets back well there and stops the cross from becoming too dangerous. Do we maybe have a chance to counter here? Bright plays a lovely ball to Ibiri Eze. Surely Ibiri, we could sweat it, or we could smash it into the back of the net, and that is exactly what we do with Ibiri Eze. Make it 1-1, and that is what we wanted to see. That is exactly what we wanted to see. That is the reaction we needed, and hopefully that picks the crowd up. Hopefully that picks me up a little bit, and the players, and we can get back into this and get into the lead, because that's what we need to be doing. 1-1, well deserved. Come on, boys. Last chance of the half here is going to fall Fulham's way. Can we keep them out here? Tavares stands up nicely, gets the ball just about. Keep it out, boys, keep it out. Don't let them get a cross in. Keep the ball out of the box. They do get the cross in. O'Connell up to the first one. We get the ball away, and that is half time. A really sloppy start from us in the first 15-20 minutes leading up to their goal. It was a deserved first goal because we really were sloppy, but Eze getting us back into it very nicely. And for the rest of the half, honestly, we dominated it. We kept our foot on the ball, got a couple of chances. Bit of a shame there with that one near the end that Eze didn't stay on the edge of the box. But 1-1, got to probably make a change and then back into it for the second half. Okay, I brought on Lyndon Gooch for Ilias Chair. Ilias Chair was a little bit tired. Asai was probably a little bit more tired, but the pace of his Bright is very helpful. And I've swapped them on their wings as well. So Gooch is on the right, Bright's down the left. Second half, let's get 3 points. Lyndon Gooch plays a really nice ball there to Bright, who does really well to pick that one up. Drops it to Ibiri Eze. Eze with a fantastic strike that finds the top of the net. Finds that top corner-ish sort of area. Lovely pass there from Lyndon Gooch to get the ball to Bright, and that's a fantastic strike. The keeper's getting nowhere near that. I thought I just put a bit too much power on it. Soyuncu, which by the way is a fantastic signing, has got nowhere near that. Eze was just shooting far too quickly for him. He finds the top corner. 2-1, 2 goals for Eze, 9 goals in the pen for him now. A hat-trick would be an absolute dream here. Bakuna plays a really nice through ball to Brereton. Sintas getting that second. Their defence has been wide open. We're going to go close post. We're going to make it 3-1. Exactly what you wanted to see. I said before the game I felt Brereton and Eze had goals in them. And those two have single-handedly, in regards to scoring the goals, brought us back to a 3-1 lead. Really, really happy with that. Brereton with a really, really nice finish in the end. Held that up nicely. It's kind of what I wanted him to do in the West Ham game. But he didn't have the as good a finish. And the ball that I think it was Manning that played that through ball. Fantastic passing. That's his 8th goal in the league. Eze and Brereton, honestly, keeping us up this season. But 3-1, and that is what we needed in this derby. Taking the ball here to Mitrovic. Mitrovic plays it out to Brekalo. Brian again on the edge of the box here. They have really attacking fullbacks, but Kelly up to it well. Not the tallest of keepers, and I was a little bit worried seeing him come to try and punch it ahead of Mitrovic. But he did well in the end there. They get it across to Seri. Seri takes a shot. Kelly with a double save. Don't think he knew too much about the second one, but he does pull off the save there twice. That's exactly what we needed. Oh my word. Heart in hand or mouth, whatever the phrase is, moment. We have a chance maybe to break here. Bright Samuel gets it back to Abire Eze. Eze, have a pop. Edge of the box. Never doing that again. My bad. Bright Samuel, maybe one last chance here to counter and maybe push for a 4th goal. Manning bursting down this wing. We're going to cut it back to Bright. There's a lovely ball to Eze. Eze pulls it onto his left, takes the shot, it goes wide, but that is the end of the game. We managed to win 3-1 after being 1-0 down. Fantastic turn of events there. Eze had an absolute blinder. Brereton had a good game. Manning really stepped up in that second half, had a real good second half, and as per usual, Tavares was absolutely fantastic. He really kept the wingers really quiet down on this close side. So massive turn of events, big win in the derby. Probably one of my favourite wins of the series so far. Okay, we're currently at the halfway point of today's episode. 2 games played, 2 games left to go. In 8th place, 2 points behind West Ham after our draw with them as well. So we're doing really good, playing some nice football and staying in a good position. Just want to obviously pose the point to you guys that we have the January transfer window coming up after this episode. So the next episode after this is going to be the January transfer window. We have not got too much in the way of money. We've currently got £5.5 million. I'm thinking we might have to look at getting a free agent or 2. Realistic signings. I'm not going to go out and pick up like Mbappe if he's on a free agent. I want some realistic potential free agent signings. So I'm saying either looking at someone who's a bit older and those high 70 ratings, or someone who's a bit younger and those low 70 ratings. So let me know if there's any suggestions you guys have. Obviously, this is the squad we're currently running with. I don't know if there's going to be too many players I look to sell. Zimmerman, maybe. And if Zimmerman does go, then we do need to bring in a replacement right back, because realistically, Kane isn't up to the scratch either. So I'd rather have another better right back in there. Possibly going to sell Scowen if somebody comes in for him, just because he has left in real life. Nothing against Scowen, big fan of his, but just trying to somewhat keep to real life where possible. Okay, but with all that said and done, we're going into our 3rd game of the episode, which is another home game. So I was wrong about the only home game of the season being against Fulham, or episode being against Fulham. We're against Stoke, so another team that I think are near the bottom of the table in the Premier League right now for this career mode. A couple of changes. We've got, I forgot my changes. We've got Dominic Ball in for Manning, because Manning is quite tired. We've got Billy Gilmore coming in for Bright Asai Samuel. Just going onto the bench, and hopefully a good game here. Again, 3 points are kind of what we're looking for, because we're a team in that top 10. This is a team in the bottom 4 or 5. So hopefully 3 points are what we get today. 3rd and not final game of the episode. Used to saying that, but it's going to be 4 games today. But again, at the Kieran Prince Foundation Stadium, again against one of our teams that have been promoted with us recently. And again, a game we need to try and get ourselves 3 points from, and that's going to be the focus. Obviously, Stoke were the top of the table last season. This season, we are well and truly above them. So let's try and assert our dominance and go for a big old 3 points for this late midweek game. Let's go, boys. Zimmerman bursting forward as Gilmore got back to help him out covering with the defence. So Zimmerman with a bit of a chance to break away here. Good ball into Eze. Eze pulls it onto his left. Eze takes the shot. It's a good headed clearance. I don't know if it was going in or not. It's a really good headed clearance there from the defender, doing everything to get back and stop that going in. And he does stop it going in. And we lose the ball, which is a real shame. First chance of the game there. Oh, I've thrown the ball out here, and Tyrese Campbell makes it 1-0. Every game this episode, we have gone 1-0 down. And in most of them, it's been my fault, or it's been poor defence from me. And there, I've just rolled the ball. I didn't even think in my head. I was just throwing the ball out. And I don't know what I was actually thinking. And I didn't realise for a good second here. So I didn't realise until about there that I'd lost the ball. And it didn't really register. What an idiot, man. 1-0 down. Tyrese Campbell makes us pay. That's only his third goal in the league so far. And, man, yet again this episode, we're 1-0 down. Oh, we lose the ball here in a really bad position. It's a very good through ball. But thankfully, I think that was Deng is wise to it and does just about pick us out of that really awkward situation. We've now got a really good chance to counter here. Billy Gilmore isn't quite as quick as the brighter side Samuel that is normally there. But Ilias Chair, lovely play from Billy Gilmore. Fantastic play back. And that is where I wanted Eze in that last game. Ilias Chair was there. Ilias Chair was bang on the money and gets a goal that he really deserves. Honestly, he gets doesn't get quite the appraisal I think he really deserves from how good he's been for us in this career mode. A fantastic strike, just puts his laces through it, finds the side of the goal. Shawcross and the keeper getting nowhere near it, and yet again we get a goal back. We are becoming the kings of the comeback today. Honestly, we've been doing really, really good, even after going 1-0 down 3 times in a row. Referee blows for half-time, and it has been a tough half as well. We have really been on the back foot for big chunks of this game, but we have also tried to apply the pressure onto Stoke as well. Honestly, I think 1-1 is a fair reflection of the first half, but we need to pick up our game in the second half, have maybe some fresh legs some point through it, and try and put this game to bed. And 3 points, again, really what we need here. Okay, one change at half-time. Bakuna off, Josh Scowen on. Bakuna was very tired. The only other player that was particularly tired is Eze, but I want to try and keep Eze on just for a little bit. It gives us a really good chance of trying to get back into the game. At some point, I'm probably going to bring on either Gooch or Bright. I'm thinking maybe Bright, so it means that I start Gooch in the Arsenal game and maybe have Bright as a super sub. I'm not sure how I'm going to play it, but regardless, hopefully we can get maybe into the lead and then take Eze off, because realistically I'd like him for the Arsenal game. I get a good bit of play here. Gregory up top. Can we close him down? Scowen's trying to get in, but we can't get the pressure. Klukas takes a strike. Jack O'Connell and I think that was Zimmerman between them getting rid of it, but we do lose the ball in a really stupid place. Campbell takes a strike. Kelly doesn't even bother to go for it. Close post OP. Tyrese Campbell bangs that away. Things like that do frustrate me a bit, because I feel like Kelly would at least try and stop that, but at the end of the day, close post OP is close post OP, and Stoke go 2-1 up here against us. Absolutely gutted, man, because again, we've started poorly this second half. We seem to start the games off badly. This time we started the game off badly in both halves. Really not what we needed to see. And sadly, it means Eze's probably going to have to stay on the pitch just a little bit longer than I'd like. Ilias Chair gets it down to Scowen. Keep this alive, boys. Keep this alive. Back to Ilias, lovely pass. Brereton on the finesse. Brereton in the back of the net. We stay onside and we do get the ball in the back of the net and get back in this game. I'm going to use this chance to take off Eze, put Gilmore in the middle, and I'm going to bring on Lyndon Gooch. I want to keep Bright as fresh as possible for the Arsenal game, because if Eze is not quite going to be up to full fitness, there's a chance he'll go off at some point. But the main thing is we've got to concentrate on this game here and now. I need to stop thinking about the Arsenal game, think about this game. 2-2. Brereton, good lad, fantastic finish, 9 goals in the Prem. Let's get this. Vokes here has been very physical to keep the ball here. They get one last chance, I think, here. Edwards is going to try and put this in, surely. Tavares tries to close him down. They get, oh sorry, no, Tavares is now trying to close down. They waste the ball there. They passed it around the back for the last 10 minutes, which is really frustrating. Sadly, 2 points dropped again, this time against Stoke, though. I have to say, great goal in the end from Tyrese Campbell to make it 2-2. Gutted the way that it went in, and Kelly didn't really do too well to try and stop it, but it's 2 points dropped there, frankly, and I'm a bit nervous now because we've not played very well today, and now we're going to be going up against an ultimate difficulty Arsenal, so I'm nervous and a little bit disappointed, honestly. Okay, the game I have been dreading this entire time, and that is the ultimate difficulty game against Arsenal. You can see in the top there, it is set to ultimate. I'm playing what is pretty much our strongest team. I've got Kane ahead of Zimmerman, though, because Zimmerman hasn't had a great episode. As I've been saying, neither of my right backs really fill me with too much hope or confidence. But we're just going to have to run with it. That's the team we're running with, and I've got to give it my best shot. Okay, here we are against Arsenal. Not a game I'm looking forward to at all. Like, literally at all. Again, though, the Emirates is another stadium I'd love to go to, but never been. And, man, I'm not too happy that I'm here today. I'll tell you that for a fact. But we're here. We're going to give it our best. Hopefully, honestly, I would take just not getting thumped. Honestly. Bamian tries to play it through. Well done, Jack O'Connell, mate. You've done really well there. I'm literally terrified. I've just given that away. That's going to be 1-0. Is he onside? He's onside. Great. Fantastic. 1-0 down. Oh, mate. I hate this. I hate this so much. Ultimate actually makes me so sad. I can't believe he was onside there. I'm so sure he was off. But, I mean, again, the game's not going to be wrong, is it? 1-0, gutted to be 1-0 down, but mate, it's the least I could expect at this point. Get the ball here out to Grimaldo. They get it into Fisher. He plays it into Pepe. Back to Fisher. Fisher's probably going to take a stride. Doesn't need to because Pepe's in the middle of the box. 2-0. Been absolutely just ripped apart and walked through there from Arsenal. Oh, I hate ultimate difficulty with like a passion. Like, they're probably not going to make the video with some of the like near chances and stuff I'm getting with like passes and stuff, and I'm almost clean through and like I make a really good run, and then they have someone who's not the quickest of players just catch me up as if it's nothing, and it's just, it becomes impossible. Like, look how quick Wijnaldum is there. That's ridiculous. He's not slow, but he's not that quick, man. It's a madness. I don't know how people play this and find this fun. Get the ball to Ilias Chair here. This is going to be our last chance to do anything in this half. We already kind of lose it here, but Eze, come on, can we get anything to finish this half off? No, we can't. Finishes the first half 3-0 down, and mate, it's been ridiculous. I don't know what we can do, and I don't really know what to say, honestly. I also definitely said 3. I 100% meant 2. But yeah, it's been a tough half. I'm not going to make any changes as of yet. Later on into the game, I might make some changes, but I'm not really sure if they'll be tactical at all. They'll probably most likely just be to rest a couple of players for the next upcoming games in January that I don't even know when they are. But the main thought process here is just try not to let this be too embarrassing. That's the main focus. What do I do? Torreira's just ripped me a new one. Like, what am I supposed to do here? This is Torreira. What? They get the ball into Nketiah here. Nketiah plays it back here to the box. Illaramendi tries to take the shot. Kane tackles him, but then Pepe just tucks in the bottom corner. 4-0. And honestly, it's so demoralising. It's so demotivating because you don't feel like they deserve to be 4-0 up. We easily could have had a few chances, but like literally, I'm using Paul Smith here. Torreira is not as quick as Paul Smith in regards to stats. Like, he just isn't. He just isn't. So why is he not just catching up with him? Because Smith is also fresh off the bench. How's he catching him? I don't understand it. But we go and lose 4-0 to finish off the episode, which is absolutely gutting. Like, honestly, it's why I don't want to play Ultimate, because it's just so demotivating. I'd understand if I lost legitimately, but when everyone is as quick as anything, I don't want to play against that. It's just like, I don't want to play that. It's just boring for me. But we lose, that's the main thing. Sadly, 4-0. Sadly, we got thumped. But that, guys, is where we are going to end today's episode. Sadly, we end on a bit of a sour note, but I think that was to be expected when you look at the team that we were up against. And so we will be concentrating heavily on the start of the transfer window in the next episode. I want you guys to let me know if there's any players in particular you think I should be selling, and any players in particular to be bringing in. As I said, right back is a really important position for me to look to bring in. I will happily sell both Kane and Zimmerman, but if we sell both, we need 2 replacements. If we sell one, then we only need the one. Also, a suggestion or 2 for a good free agent player to bring in that's somewhat realistic in regards to rating. I don't mind what league they're from or anything like that. Hopefully the wages, again, if possible, not massively over the top, but just a player that's somewhat realistic. But that is all from me for now, guys. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for watching it all the way to the end if you did. And of course, if you have enjoyed it, then please do smash that like button. Just let me know that you're enjoying the series. And of course, comment down below, as I said, for help with the upcoming January transfer window. But for now, guys, I want to say a massive thank you for watching. I've been Tom. You guys have been awesome. And I hope to see you soon. Look after yourselves.
Let's go. Hursty games, and this how we do. Now it's time we team up. Check them online, you might catch them playing FIFA. Hey, yeah, you know we keep it live. Make sure to give a like and subscribe. Gaming channel, what's the best one? Keep it hella dope, hella fresh, huh? Yeah, Hursty games, tune in. Even told my grandmama, sister, and my best friend. You might wanna check them if you wanna be entertained. You already know the name. Check us out, Hursty games. Hey, whoop. Make sure to give a like and subscribe.